Ooh, welcome to Walls House. It's me. It's your man. It's your main man. It's Ole Walls, and I'm back with you, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 233 coming your way. But first, just want to say thank you to everybody. Appreciate the watches, appreciate the listens, appreciate all the support. So thank you. Got a fun show coming your way. We have Jeff Slanovec on, as has become kind of our tradition for the majors. We break down Wyndham Clark's win at Shinnecock Hills at the U.S. Open. Then I'll do a little bit of my passing thoughts at the end to kind of wrap it all up. So all that fun stuff. Before we get into it, though, if you guys could, please like, rate, review, subscribe, and share. Let everybody know Ole Walls House. It's the place to be. And there is the link to the merch shop in the show notes below. You can find some sweet Ole Walls House merch. I don't actually have any on today, but it is all in there. And you can even find some merch from my guy MJ over at the Full Range Pod. And you can find the Full Range Pod on Spotify, Apple Pods, and on the Ole Walls House YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Open up some grape, Jeff. Wyndham Clark is now a two-time U.S. Open champion. Wyndham Clark holds on at Shinnecock Hills. How you doing tonight, Jeff?
I'm okay. I've been hoping for Sam Burns among a couple others in this event for the last couple weeks, and close but no cigar. The 3-putt on 15 really felt like it did a man at the time, and it's
it turns out it did.
Yeah. It did, among a couple other putts that made a good putt on 18, terrible putt on 17. And but Wyndham Clark's a winner, and I don't know what that says about Shinnecock. I don't know what it says about him. His major resume is pretty wild. It's like win, like a T4, and then like nothing else even remotely close, I believe.
I mean, outside of the wins, it's bad.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I know we've talked long about LA Country Club before on this pod and that setup and those wide fairways, and Shinnecock widened the fairways, and we have Wyndham Clark again. I guess credit to him, two-time major champ.
He's as likely to miss the cut as he is make the cut in a major. 9 missed cuts, 9 made cuts.
That's crazy.
His 6 other finishes that weren't the 2 wins in the T4 you referenced: T75, T76, T33, T56, T46, and T50.
It's really good play.
It's going to continue to get weirder. He's only made the cut in back-to-back majors one time. That was 2025 when he made the cut at the Masters and finished T46, and made the cut at the PGA and finished T50th.
And that, my friends, is why you shoot your shot in the DMs, or hope that people shoot their shot in your DMs, and you go on a life-changing trajectory for a couple months.
Yeah, this it's a really interesting thing, and Wyndham Clark's whole career, really. I mean,
it's really weird.
Yeah, just top to bottom, really weird. 5 PGA Tour wins, 2 in 2023, the Wells Fargo and the U.S. Open. Grabs Pebble Beach that next year at the start.
54 holes, right?
Yep. Sunday gets rained out. He shoots 60, has a 1-shot lead over Rory, who is also playing very good that year. Wins then, 2025 is an absolute debacle for him. And then wins the CJ Cup earlier this year, and then pops in and holds on. And I mean holds on down the stretch to win his second U.S. Open. He is the 24th person to do that, Jeff. That number is not high. That is a correct number. 24 people have won multiple U.S. Opens.
Yeah, it feels really high, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. But
would you like me to list them for you?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. I was ready to go.
I trust.
Do you know who has the most U.S. Open wins? There are 4 players. It's 4, by the way. It's 4 wins. 4 U.S. Open wins is the most, and there are 4 people to do it.
Tiger's got to have 4, right?
Tiger does not, actually.
3?
3 U.S. Opens.
Jack.
Yep. These next three are going to be hard.
Yeah, they got to be really old people.
Yes.
There's nobody as of recent that's won.
No,
if Tiger's
Jack.
Only got three, then nobody in a while's had. Does like Byron Nelson?
No, you're on the right track there. Think similar names.
Like Bobby Jones.
Yep, Bobby Jones has won 4 of them. He won 23, 26, 29, and 30. Really eating it in the 20s.
Yeah, pre-depression.
Yep.
U.S. Opens. Was there there was a Varden guy, right? Way back in the day?
Not him. He's not one of the 4.
I'm trying to think of names.
All-time guy, like all-time swing.
Sam Snead.
No, you're circling it there. You're really circling. Byron Nelson, Sam Snead. There's kind of one other big 3 of that era.
This is no good.
He's had a club line in his career. They faded as of the last probably 15, 20 years, but you would still see him a lot like 15, 20 years ago.
He had a club line?
Yeah. Like a line of clubs?
Yeah.
He's famous for a 1-iron.
Gene Sarazen?
Nope, we're close again. Ben Hogan.
Just hit me with it. We're wasting
You'd never
time.
get the last one. The last one was Willie Anderson from Scotland. He won 1901, 1903, 1904, and 1905.
Willie Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard that name before outside of football defensive linemen.
Yeah, Willie Anderson's only 4 major wins are those 4 U.S. Opens. He remains the only man to win 3 consecutive U.S. Opens.
The people are getting a real travel through golf history here tonight on Ole Walls House.
Yeah, we'll get back to Wyndham Clark today. As I said, he really hung on to win this. Strokes gained today. He lost strokes putting. He lost strokes around the green. He lost strokes approach. He ever so slightly gained strokes off the tee, 0.37. And then he lost strokes tee to green and lost strokes total. So did not have his best stuff out there today, but had himself a 6-shot lead that was whittled down to 1. Sam Burns came a-charging, but like we said, a costly 3-putt and then just 2 putts to end the day on 17 and 18. Definitely the one on 17 left you wanting more. It seemed like I think Tom Kim missed the putt in the exact same way, kind of barely got it to the hole, peeled off right early and never was close.
Yep.
Kind of fell back a little right at the end. And then 18, he needed one more revolution on that ball, and it probably goes in.
Sneaks in the right side.
Yeah. I don't have as much of a problem with the putt on 18. The putt on 17 was pretty bad. It obviously fooled a couple people, but...
and really, the putter was really good for him all day outside of that 3-putt, and then just... There must have been something about that putt on 17 that you can't hit harder than that without being afraid of it running 4 or 5 feet by. Did that 3-putt sneak into his head in terms of how hard he hit that putt there? Did he think there was a chance that Wyndham was going to back up, which he does back up if he doesn't somehow make 4 on 16, right? You just don't know. But I also think the wedge shots were really, really bad on 13 and 15 that he had hit. And those were holes that he had to, as a chaser, give himself opportunities to make birdies there. And I think he played the 2 of them +1, if I remember correctly.
And it's not that he hit an awesome shot in on 16. Like, it was 18 feet. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like he was knocking it down. And let's say it was not easy to hit balls close today. Like, you could see the one hole that was playing downwind and they were launching. I think that was 15, right? Where they were
14 was the long par 4. And they were launching balls that would
like wedges, like they'd have like 9 or wedge and take one huge hop, and then you're just praying that the hop was big enough, essentially.
Yeah. Otherwise, you were going to come up 40 feet short instead.
But you couldn't go anywhere to the middle of the green because then it's going to hop over. So, I'm not trying to knock him and be like, oh yeah, he couldn't hit a wedge close. Like, it was tough to hit balls close out there. They did ramp the course up coming down the stretch. But yeah, the big difference, aside on the Wyndham Clark side, was the fucking birdie he made on 16, which was absurd.
Yeah, it was absurd, and you felt like the door was closed. You felt like the golf tournament was over. And then Sam Burns makes the birdie on 16 to get back in it. He stuffs one on 17, and then Wyndham just double crosses one on 16, and for the first time all week got what we thought was an atrocious lie. Apparently it wasn't that bad of a lie to him to be able to advance the ball the way that he does. But I mean, they were talking on the broadcast, like if he doesn't hit this right, it's not going to get out of there. He might not be able to reach the green in 3. And he ended up having no problem with any of those things. Took on a bunker with his second shot out of there that he got it over.
I mean, barely. He barely got it over that bunker.
Correct. But he did. And then all of a sudden, he's got 140 yards or whatever into a par 5. And honestly, he didn't even hit that shot great. Like,
no.
That was about to roll off the back of the green.
Like, he shouldn't have been there. Stopped. Like, if you're sitting there talking, you're like, you do not hit this over the back.
No. And then he hit a putt that you're like, how's this ever going to get to the hole? And it just never stopped and went dead in the center.
I thought it was going to stop 4 feet to 8 feet short.
Yeah. And that's a 4 foot putt that if he leaves that short, the next one's going to be more than 4 feet if he misses that one.
Yep.
So, I guess credit to him. The 2-putt on 18 was really good from where he was. Multiple people, they said, had 3-putt from down there. Not really sure what he was trying to do going into 18. We obviously saw him draw what looked like a pretty good lie in the right first cut there. He hit it and immediately was like, this thing didn't jump, and you would have thought it was going to come up 40
I thought it was coming up 30 yards short.
100%. And then all of a sudden it lands like where else would he have tried to go with that shot to not bring the bunker into play short left, to not do what Scotty's ball did and have to get up and down from back there? Like, he kind of hit the perfect shot. So, like, I'm not really sure what, like, at that moment, you'll take 50 feet and 2 putts to win the U.S. Open. You missed the fairway. Like,
yeah.
So,
I mean, if it didn't jump and it had jumped, I think he's back where Scotty is.
But I think he's worse than Scotty is because he's like back right. Like,
yeah.
So like, I don't even know what's back there. I don't think I saw anybody play from back there. But yeah, that was my thing. Like, like this didn't jump and you were planning for it to jump and it like one hopped onto the green and just stopped, didn't it? It's not like it like released up onto the green from 40 yards forward. So yeah, it's Wyndham Clark. As many majors as a lot of other really big name golfers. I saw somebody, Justin Ray or one of those guys.
Yeah, I saw that same tweet. I mean,
Justin Thomas and
Dustin Johnson, John Rahm.
Yep.
Like some good players.
Yeah. And I mean, 2 U.S. Opens, right? Like what's supposed to be the hardest test in golf. And he's got, I mean, I'd put his 2 up against Justin Thomas's 2, right? Like JT's got 2 PGAs. Like,
yeah. The PGA at Southern Hills was cool. The PGA at Quail Hollow, it's like, yeah.
Well, I think I'm just saying, like, I'd take 2 U.S. Opens. I think it's a better resume than 2
absolutely.
PGAs. Like,
and I'm really comparing them, like, directly against those 2. Like, yeah, his LACC one's a little weird, but it's like, hey, he stared down Rory and Ricky coming down the stretch in that one. And
yeah.
Weird week, all in all. We start the week, and the USGA is like, hey, guys, we're softening the course. We're syringing between rounds on Thursday. We're expecting really, really high winds. The greens are going to be a little slower. We got 156 guys we got to get through. They end up having a fog delay, so they actually don't even finish the first round Friday. Get it all in, or first round Thursday, and then they get it all in Friday, the second round, which was good because if they had to finish part of the second round, I don't know that they could have got the course ramped up on Saturday to get it to where we got it Saturday and Sunday, right? Which is what I thought was a pretty fun weekend. You, I think, had a different feeling about the venue and the setup and things like that.
Yeah, I did. And I thought that credit to Wyndham Clark. He got himself a big lead going into the weekend, and he was a horse that crossed the wire 1/16th ahead of the guy who was going to win if it was any longer of a distance, right? But I thought that, like, all I heard was, like, all week, like, let Shinnecock be Shinnecock. Let Shinnecock be Shinnecock. We're going to widen the fairways. We're going to this. We're going to that. And then, like, they didn't let Shinnecock be Shinnecock on Thursday and Friday. And I guess my issue is that the greens got so slow and they got so soft that it wasn't anything close to what the members are going to play on an average week. It wasn't close to what these guys were expecting to play. I know many of them were quoted as saying, like, what are we doing here? Like, balls are spinning on the greens. You're being able to stop balls on the green. And I get that there's a fine line, right? Like 2018, they lost the golf course in the middle of the round or middle of the tournament. And I understand that
in the middle of the round, really, on Saturday. Like, yes. The morning played fine, and then the wind kicked up.
Yeah, and you've got greens as diabolical as these, so you can do some weird stuff. The weather can cause some crazy stuff. But it really felt like they were so worried about the wind that was coming in that they felt like they really needed to just make the greens, like, honestly awful. Like, the greens were no fun to watch anybody play on Thursday. And then I think they were like, well, we did it on Thursday, so we have to do it on Friday. And then all of a sudden they do it on Friday, and the whole field for 2 days just gets a completely different Shinnecock. And then they send out a message that's like, hey, guys, we're going to make this thing really freaking hard on Saturday and get it back to what we should be doing. And it borderline, like, wiped out what could have been. Like, you never, ever see a major play the way it did on Saturday, ever. Where moving day is impossible for the morning guys and easier for the guys in the afternoon. And that's exactly what it was. Like, the guys in the morning played the hardest Shinnecock of the entire week. And it was like they're just out of the tournament. Like, they have no chance. And they kind of proved today, anybody that was at +1-ish was in it if you played well today. And today was the best setup of the week. Like, it was just what you wanted to see every day at Shinnecock. So, I don't know. They lost it in 2018. They seem to like what they did this week, but I think they liked the way that it ended. I don't know that they loved how they got there. And I don't know. I'd rather just see this thing just be really, just be the rotation course that's going to be impossible and deal with it. Like, I don't know. We do it when nobody cares in the British Open. When one wave goes out there and have great conditions in the morning, and then you have gale force winds and rain coming down sideways in the afternoon, they're just like, well, you 70 guys are just wiped out of the tournament. Come back next year. Like, we just say, oh, that's the Open.
Yeah, I like the British analogy you gave there, because like you said, they do not give a shit about the wave splits. Like, sometimes, like, there was the year, I don't remember, it might have been St. Andrews a few years back. Like,
it was the first one when Louis Udy won at St. Andrews.
Yeah, like, Rory shot like 80.
Yeah, they didn't care.
And it's like,
sorry.
Tough. Now, I will say, I think the USGA did exactly what they wanted. The course ramped up on Saturday, Sunday, after they cleared out half the field.
Yep.
So I don't really have a huge problem with it. I do want to get this out there. Like, the people are like, oh, Wyndham Clark got lucky because he played when the wind laid down. Like, yeah, guess what? So did like 60 other guys that were still out there.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't finish the round. Like, just about everybody on that side played in some pretty damn nice conditions. And guess what? Gary Woodland and Dustin Johnson were right there with him. And Dustin Johnson was playing pretty well. And then he evacuated the premises on Saturday when he made an 8. And he'd made like 4 bogeys going into that too. So guess what? You still have to play 54 more holes, or in his case, like 56 more holes after that. So I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to hear, oh, it's a bullshit win for Wyndham because he played in the
No, it's definitely not that.
Like, no, golf is an outdoor sport. Get over it. So in two regards, like, I know the USGA did what they wanted. I don't have a huge problem with it. I'm with you, though, in one aspect. I would have just like, hey, we're playing a course that has no trees, and it's out on the edge of the ocean almost. There are going to be days where it's fucking impossible. Mm-hmm. Sorry, like, we've chosen to go here. Live with your decision. Don't manipulate the course. Like, hey, if you want to get it a little softer going into Thursday, sure, but then, like, hey, then you're going to be bitching about, some other stuff with, the morning. Well, tough. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, and I guess one of my concerns, we talked about this other venue on the preview show last week. Like, they won't go back to Erin Hills for one because the wind didn't blow and it was too easy. And they'll be like, oh, well, like, that's it. Like, Erin Hills just must stink as a venue. The wind didn't blow. But then they'll come here and, like, make every single possible reason as to how they have to change the golf course in the set. We haven't had a U.S. Open with greens running 8.5 and a 9 in my lifetime that I can remember. Like, you're going to take Shinnecock and make it an 8.5 or a 9 because you're afraid of wind? Like, if it's too windy, then take them off the golf course. Like take the players off the golf course and move on, and we'll play Monday if we have to. Like, it's not like a ton of people were getting out to Long Island anyway, looking in the crowds. So, like, it's fun to watch these guys struggle at a place like Shinnecock. It was not a ton of fun to watch them play in the early rounds when you could have shots that should be really, really difficult and worry about running the ball. Like, I thought 10 today was an awesome golf hole. Like, can't come up short, can't go long. Do you want to get close? Do you want to have a full shot? Like, that's awesome. That pin, Thursday, Friday, just average, show up every week of the PGA Tour golf hole because of how slow and soft they would have been, right? So, like, I don't know. All in all, I thought it was okay.
All in all, I thought Saturday and Sunday were very good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm going to remember. Like, that's the one takeaway I've got to a lot of this is, yeah, it's fun to have the coverage on Thursday, Friday, see what's happening. But going back, like we were just talking about, like, we can't even name the year that, like, Rory shot, like, 65, 80. Like, we don't even know exactly what year it is. We're guessing. It's the Saturday and Sundays we remember. And as long as they get it right Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be generally okay with it. I will say the reverse thing happening, and it happened at the Masters this year, is that they backed it off on Saturday actually they backed it off on Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
When Scotty kind of was out there in the tough part of the thing, but it's like, hey, the next day was like a similar forecast. And it's like, okay, the other wave's going to have to go back out there and deal with it in the afternoon when the wind kicks up. Yeah, and they backed it up and they slowed the course down and they put the water on it. That I don't want to see that happen ever. So I'm okay with them airing a little bit the other direction. I would much rather see it progressively get harder. And even if, and not at a US Open, but like at a Masters or a PGA, even if like Sunday they like soften it up just a little and give some guys, you know, get a little hope out there that there's a run coming early in the morning. I'm okay with that everywhere but the US Open. Like, here's my thing about the US Open. It's once a year that they ask these guys to play a really hard, weather permitting, dry, crusty. Greens are running 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's going to be borderline unfair, but it's once a year. On every PGA Tour setup, it's soft greens. The rough's not hard. There's no big high fescue. There's some, you know, hazards and things like that around there, but mostly it's hit it as far as you can and keep it on the planet and you're going to be fine. And then you hit it to the green and try and make a couple 15-footers. So, like, once a year, just shut up. Just let it happen.
Yeah, and we kind of touched on this last week as well. Like, we felt the early week signs of, oh, this place is going to be so hard. And I think the players are starting to do that, knowing that it's going to get traction. Like, there was a putt that went viral on Twitter, and it was like a 20-foot downhill slider that the people hit like it was a 20-foot flat putt. They're like, oh, my God, look at this putt go off the green. It's like, well, yeah, you hit it 5 times as hard as you're going to hit that putt in a tournament. Of course it's going to go off the green, right? Or there was a video of Bryson going up to like the highest fescue that the golf course had, just throwing his ball into it and being like, well, how are you ever going to play out of this? Like, you have no idea where that patch of fescue is on the golf course. Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, outside of Sahith Theegala today, I didn't see a ton of fescue that was like unable to move your ball way down the fairway fescue. Like, I played harder fescue at courses in the Northeast often than what I saw them playing out of at Shinnecock, right? And I don't totally love that. We talk about that at Pinehurst. Like, are you going to draw enough of the good lies when you miss the fairway? Like, that's kind of dumb when it's like what you're going to be in.
That's my big bitch with Pinehurst.
Yeah. And I will complain about one thing you said, which is I don't really care about Thursday and Friday we're going to watch or whatever. This NBCSN Peacock nonsense is bullshit. Get the thing on national television and get it on national television all day. It's the United States of America Open. This is not some rinky-dink golf tournament. Get it on NBC. Get it on USA. Get it on. There's enough channels. We don't need Law and Order SVU reruns or Chicago Fire or whatever BS is being played at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Get the thing on television. British Open's going to come up next month. You're going to be able to wake up at 3 in the morning and watch every single golf shot, every single player get announced by the same guy who doesn't take a piss for 12 hours. Get it on the television. Let us watch the golf.
No, I agree with you in that aspect. Like, it's not the biggest thing in the world. And hey, I got NBCSN this week, so I mean, I was fine. But I'm with you. Like, just put it on. Like, there's no way. Like, this has always been my thing. Are the Law and Order reruns like pulling better numbers than the U.S. Open? Like, I don't know, maybe, but I can't imagine that they are.
If they are, we got a problem. Like, we have a different problem with the purses that we're giving out of the tour if we're losing to Law and Order SVU reruns or CSI Miami reruns.
Well, there's a problem with the purses on tour. That's a fact. $4.5 million today to Wyndham Clark. Was there a tie for? No, Tom Kim was solo third. Tom Kim, I believe, made $1 million today.
Oh, Tom Kim made way more than $1 million. Doesn't it go like 4.5, like 2.4, like 1.8 or some absurd?
I thought it was like 1.05. Let me see.
Oh, maybe. That feels light.
Tom Kim, 1.5. Sorry. The
That's
guy's
more than you get for winning tournaments.
The guy's tied for fifth, 920. So fourth place was going to get 1.05.
1.05.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Like, it's, and again, we keep like touching this at like every time we talk. Like, there's a whole conversation coming, this fall or next spring when they get into the schedule stuff.
Yeah. When
they're asking sponsors for $30 million for a Corn Ferry Tour event, essentially. Like,
yeah. The well's going to run dry.
Yeah. There's a reason the tour wasn't paying that money pre-live. And I don't think it was they're greedy bastards or they're trying to screw the players. I think they were just looking at it like logically. They're like, hey, we can't do this and sustain it in a niche sport. But again, well,
I can tell you this much. Wyndham Clark, $4.5 million. There's going to be Uncle Sam's going to take a nice portion of that.
I saw that already. I have a tweet.
For the love of God, does he have enough coaches who are going to be getting percentages?
He's going to
whatever's left after that. Holy shit! Every hole we had a new coach coming on. Mental performance coach, his swing coach, his this coach, his that coach. My God, no wonder they need the purses to be so high. They got 45 people on staff.
Do you want to take so Wyndham Clark, $4.5 million the winner. Do you want to take a crack at what it is after taxes?
Well, shit, it's New York. He's screwed. He's probably going to take home like 2.4, 2.3.
2.319. Half.
Yeah.
Half. And yeah.
Mount
and then
Omni is a big winner today.
So then he's 10% to his caddy. And I think they pay that auto. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how they do that. If that's pre.
I would assume it's got to be post, right?
Yeah, it could be. Call it post just to be generous. Now he's down to 2.1. Or, yeah, a little under 2.1.
Under 2.1.
That mental coach is getting a couple percent.
Yeah. Hey, pretend these cheers are for you. They're for you. Please send me my 1.5 or 2%.
Focus on the process. Focus on the process. How many times
good process? Good process. Good process.
Good process. That's what it was.
Oh my God.
Do we want to do Sam Burns, Tom Kim, or do we just need to skip to one Scotty Scheffler here?
I think I kind of felt like today the only thing about Sam Burns I'll touch on, it felt like today had a chance to be like a reversal of like what happened last year at Oakmont. Like Sam Burns kind of gets screwed at Oakmont last year, comes out, plays really, really well today. Wyndham Clark was a gigantic asshole at Oakmont last year. Everything in the universe would say the golf gods are going to make that sting incredibly bad. It felt like today had the makings of that. Like Burns is making 40, 50-foot putts early in the round. Wyndham's hitting the golf ball all over the planet. And it didn't happen. And Sam Burns is really, really close. He drives it straight. He putts it well, unless I need him to make a putt. It feels like he should have more wins than he does. But that's kind of all I'll say about Sam. He's been really good in majors the last, I don't know, at least year and a half or so.
Sam Burns, 5th best strokes gained putting in the field today. Peter Uihlein,
He played in the event?
He played in the event 4.14. Or 4.41 strokes gained putting on the day.
What do you think that feels like at Shinnecock?
Incredible. And fucking incredible. I mean, that's just essentially getting on the green and being like, this is going in.
This is in.
Joaquin Niemann, who ended up finishing T7, by the way, after he had to put an 11 on the card because he was hit with a penalty for misconduct. Shot 4 under today. I think that was tied for round of the day with Peter Uihlein. Yep. He gained 3.49 shots on the green. And then Adrian Dumont Descharces also gained plus 3.26. You get Akshay, who shot even, so he hit it awfully, and that does bear out in the strokes gained. 2.19. And then you find Sam Burns at 1.97. So good. Like Sam Burns did putt very well today. There is the joke. He's the greatest putter in the world until he really needs to make a putt.
Yeah.
And it almost kind of came true the last 3 holes.
That Canadian
3 of the
Open
last 4
when I had him was just brutal when he lost to Ryan Fox. Just like, oh my God, he's the best putter in the world. He can't miss this one. Miss. But I think he's on the right track.
Yeah, I do too. It feels like he's knocking on the door, and in 3 or 4 years, we're either going to look back and there's going to be a Sam Burns major, or we're going to be like, damn, he really missed his window. Like, because windows are short in golf. Like, go back and look at major winners. Like, Rory up until these last 2 Masters, like those came in a real quick little bunch.
Yep. And then we thought they were going to be a billion of them.
Yep.
And then we went a decade.
Brooks Koepka, I mean, he stole a PGA, kind of outside of that little first batch where he won a bunch, but they came in a tidal wave. A guy who didn't get a bunch in his little strip was Dustin Johnson.
Yep.
Like he kicked away like 3 or 4 in there that it felt like he should have won, but like he was all over the board. Like there are stretches in your career as a golfer where it comes together and it's like you got to make hay when the sun shines, unless you're an all-timer. And even some of the all-timers, like if you go back and look at like Tom Watson, Arnold Player, like they win majors in short time frames. Like I think Arnold Palmer won 7 majors in 6 years. Yep. Tom Watson, I think, won like 8 or whatever it was in like 10 years. Like it doesn't last forever.
No.
Unless your name is like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, great point. And probably a really good shift here into talking about Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. This has been, it's so weird to do this because he just won 2 majors last year. And we've got another one coming up. But it felt like he's had some really good opportunities this year. And it hasn't felt like he's had his best stuff in the majors. And I don't know. I don't know what even to say about it, because it's like it's the twofold thing. It's like, well, yeah, he keeps putting himself in those positions. He drives it well, that he's gonna have a good look at the green, and he hits the irons good enough that like he has these like putts all the time. And
he had a bunch of them today.
He didn't putt bad today. It wasn't good. It was positive strokes gained by half a shot.
I was going to say, I'm actually surprised to hear that. It felt like he let a couple go.
Exactly. Like, it always feels like that, but... And
to be honest, he was probably positive only because he got up and down on 18. I bet if he misses that putt on 18 and he makes bogey, I bet he's like 0.0 for the day. That was probably worth a half a shot to make it from like 9 feet.
Probably. I mean, for the week, he was half a shot, strokes gained putting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we say about him all the time. If the putter is just like marginally good, he wins.
Yeah. I think what continues to impress me, and we chatted last week about what do we do with Scotty this week, right? Like, he's coming off a place that he's torched the last 2 years in Memorial, has his worst outing in years there, right? For the first time all year, looked completely different as a golfer. Just not right. But yet we were talking about how the data says that his game is almost identical to where he was last year when he was a 2-time major champ, right? And the ceiling with Rory is incredibly high, but it's weeks like this that really do, for me, give Scotty Scheffler a ton of respect, where like the putter's not fully cooperating. And then all of a sudden you get to Saturday and you're like, oh my God, here comes Scotty. He just made 3 birdies on the back 9. Scotty's T5. And you're like, oh, he's right there in the golf tournament. Again, just like every single other week on tour, it feels like. He's just not turning these things into victories this year. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what it says. I have no idea what the data says in terms of whether he hit the ball great into the greens. It didn't feel like he had a ton of incredible opportunities
this week.
But when it comes to just bogey avoidance and just navigating a golf course and keeping the ball in front of you and the course in front of you, he's as good as we've seen since Eldrick.
And you're talking just this week for how he hit into the green. Not great, especially for his standards.
Right. I wouldn't have thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah. 0.88.
So he putted okay for his standards. His approach game was just And we're talking about a guy who, with 2 hours left in the telecast, you're like, he's 1 win to miss and 1 make away from the place going bonkers.
Yeah, tee to green this week, he was 4th, which is funny because you look at all the around the off the tee, 0.93, approach 0.88, around the green 0.34. It's like it doesn't seem like it should add up to 4th, but just because he just does everything just a little better than everybody else, it does.
Yep. And he doesn't do dumb shit ever.
No, I mean, when he left that ball in the bunker today on, what was that, 11? Or whatever it was. He had the greenside bunker shot, and he left it in there. You were like, what? Like, he doesn't ever do that. Like, if anything...
He almost left it in twice.
Yeah. I mean, that was like one little extra check from coming back in there. It was bizarre. But it's just, it speaks to, like you said it with Rory, like Rory's ceiling, it's probably higher than Scotty's. But Rory's floor is considerably lower. Like
it's wildly lower. It's actually crazy how bad. Like when it gets bad, and there's just no getting off it. Like I was out at a birthday party yesterday, and I missed almost all of the coverage, and I'm following on my phone, and he's hit it like 395 on 10, and has like nothing into the green, just airmails it. And then he's got 11, can't go long, airmails it. Then he hits it like 400 on 12, airmails the green. Like hits it 405 on 18, airmails the green. And you're just like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, figure it out. Like, it can't be that. I don't want to say it can't be that difficult. He's obviously Rory McIlroy, but like, you got to be able to figure it. You can't be hitting a perfect golf shot every single time. And it feels like when things go awry, he's like, I got to make an ace. I got to make a deuce. I got to stuff it to a foot. And Scotty's just going to hit it to 20 feet for 4 days.
Yeah. I do think there is something to it. Like the best players in the history of golf, the most consistent, longest lasting guys with the longest windows, like we've just been talking about, are guys that move it left to right. And their miss is usually like a block, peeler, high spinny. It doesn't really go too far. It comes down soft. So if it is close, you're going to get lucky.
Yeah.
And Rory's miss is left going left.
Left going left hard.
Yep. It gets really weird, really fast, and he has some distance control issues. Like you said, there's nobody I've ever seen airmail more greens with wedges than Rory.
No.
On the professional level, like just maybe on any level, actually, now that I say that, like most people don't airmail greens with wedges. Like it doesn't happen. So yeah, it's really odd, but like when it's working, it works phenomenally. I thought he was going to win on Saturday when he reeled off 3 birdies in a row. And then, like you said, the back 9 was just absolutely atrocious.
Atrocious.
40 on the way out, or 40 on the way in, rather, after going out in 2 under.
But it was 40 from, like, good spots.
Yeah.
Like, it was 40 from spots where, like, you or I would have felt comfortable hitting the next shot into the green. Like,
10.
It's not like he was, like, driving it in the middle of the fescue and pitching out and hitting the green in 3. Like, it was position A.
Yeah. 10, he had 71 yards in. Bogey.
Airmail.
12, middle of the fairway. He had 131 yards in.
Airmail.
Bogey. That's a 3-putt.
Oh, was it a 3-putt? He came up way short, right, with the approach?
Yeah, it must have been. 14 was when he airmailed it long right.
Got it.
Which, again,
And
long
18,
right with...
18, he airmailed it long.
Yeah. So, yeah, just very, very interesting. Another person we should talk about that kind of evacuated the area, Xander Schauffele, who racks up yet another top 12 in the U.S. Open. Started Saturday, in a position to be successful. Played Friday, was 1 over. I think he was in the rough wave. And then shoots a 66 Saturday, gets himself right in it. Comes out, makes a bogey on 3, birdies 5. Think, yeah, we're right back in it. Bogey 6, then makes doubles on 10 and 12, and then makes a couple birdies coming in to make it the 73 not seem as bad, and just is a non-factor again. Like, this was the knock on Xander before he won those couple majors back in 2024. It's like, yeah, he hangs around, but he never like gets in there. It's like the king of like the uncompetitive top 15.
I don't think there was ever a point in the tournament where we actually felt like Xander was coming. He was just there. And he wasn't there. He was like there and a couple back.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's like today he was at even. He never got it under par, I don't think. Bogeys 4, birdies 5 to get it back. Everyone was birdieing 5. Never bogey. Gone. Right? Like, almost every one of those guys that were up there got it under at some point to, like, feel like they're coming. Right? Like, Tom Kim got it under. JT Poston, I think, got it under at one point. He did. He was 1 under until 17. Keith Mitchell got it under. Scheffler had it under. Like, Sam Stevens had it under. Like, all these guys had it at one point. You're like, oh, they're coming. Or, oh, they're there. And Xander was just, like, not even on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. It was very interesting. Did you see Gary Woodland hit many shots today? Not
one time.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the leaderboard because I was just kind of laughing to myself. I was like, let's just go down the leaderboard, see who really stole a top 10 here, like Joaquin Niemann and Tyrrell Hatton.
I saw Justin Rose hit a couple.
He shot a couple under today, finished T11.
Yep.
I mean, they really focused in. It was a lot of Wyndham, Sam Burns, Tom Kim,
Poston, Kim, Mitchell.
Keith Mitchell, and Scheffler. That was pretty much the extent of it.
They're the only ones who ever got it. Like, Woodland, we didn't see one shot. He's +1. He birdies 15 to get from +2 to +1. Like, he was never in it.
No.
Right? Like, they showed Hatton a couple times because I think he got to be, like, leader in the clubhouse till he bogeyed 18.
Yep.
So, like, he might have been the first guy with a chance to get to even, I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
So, like, you're showing him because he's the guy that everyone's going to chase, and Wyndham's backing up at that point. So, like, even was probably out of it, but, like, he's 2 bad swings away from being, like, +1 or +2.
Yeah.
And, or -1, -2, and everybody kind of being in it. But, yeah, from that standpoint, it was very opposite of, like, Saturday at the Ronimink, where like you felt like everybody in the field was going to be on television because it was like, how do we keep track of these 20 people?
Yeah.
Like there were like 6 guys today that we saw just about every shot they hit because they were the only 6 who really ever felt like they were close enough to have a chance.
And I thought, I mean, they do this all the time now. It's like if you're watching, if the leaders go off at 2:30 and you're watching from 12 to 1:30, like the coverage is terrible. They don't know what to do. They're not showing golf shots. They're trying to set up everything. And then like the first like 5-6 holes after the leaders go off, like it's still kind of rough. Like it's not good by any stretch of the imagination. But this was like perfect for them coming down the stretch. You had a guy out far enough ahead that it eliminated so many people that the Sam Stevens, like, oh, here he comes. We can toss him in there real quick. Like we haven't been following him, but he's in it. JT posts and all of a sudden shows up in the coverage. Like It was a wet dream for a golf TV producer. Like there's 4 guys we got to pay attention to. And if someone sneaks in late, we can sneak them in late.
And Burns being up so many on who was in third and 4 groups out in front of everybody made us not have to worry about the guys at +1.
Yep.
Right. Cause like if you can't get to Burns, it doesn't matter what you can get to because he's the guy right now.
Yeah.
Right. Like can Wyndham hold off Burns and can anyone else get to Burns? Like that was the storyline. So we got to see every shot basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did a good job coming in from the back 9 in. It was really good because had Wyndham not been out ahead, I'm sure this coverage would have been a fucking nightmare.
A complete clusterfuck.
They wouldn't have known what to do. It feels like they never know what to do in those situations.
Correct.
Anybody else we need to touch on? Colin Morikawa, same shit. He shoots 65, same as Xander, and then just leaves the premises essentially. Jackson Koiven, nice little day for the AM. Little American hopeful coming for us, maybe. Yeah,
Jackson Koiven, Miles Russell, both solid days today. I think 2 under par, even par for the youngsters. We'll see how aggressive we get here with some of them the next couple years, whether we can sneak them onto like the back end of a President's Cup roster or something like that. It's not exactly like we've got a dynamic 8 through 15 in the roster right now. Matt Fitzpatrick and Colin Morikawa just completely gutless. Just absolutely gutless. A golf tournament that was ripe for the charging and just gutless performances. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick 74-73 on the weekend. Morikawa 73-72 on the weekend. Not ideal from those two.
No.
You know who we need to shout out here is Keith Mitchell.
Killer Keith.
70, 70, 70, 70.
Really
after starting with 40 on his first 9 holes.
Yep.
And then flips around to the front and shoots a 29 and then just shoots 70 the rest of the way. Just absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I think that was obviously really cool. Way further down the board, like disappointing weekend for Cam Young. Just a complete no-show, really, for the most part.
Has been.
And I know he hasn't hit the ball well. We talked about that last week. He hasn't been great the last maybe 6 or 8 weeks. Certainly hasn't been the same since he's won the Players back then. But just you're back in New York. Easy conditions in the beginning of the tournament. Just never really able to get it going. Not a good weekend. Kind of a disappointing time for Cam Young backers.
While we're talking about disappointments, Jon Rahm.
Whoa, that went quick.
Comes out, is playing in the better draw there on Thursday. Shoots a couple under. Round 2, 2 under with 13. What am I? Yeah, 13 holes left. Am I counting right? Yep, 13 holes left.
Yep.
Makes 2 bogeys to finish out the front 9, and then makes 4 bogeys and a double on the par 5 out back. See you later. You do not advance to go. You do not collect $200. You do not play the weekend.
Wild. There were the names of people that missed the cut in this event were just Patrick Reed was near the first round leader mix until Wyndham got going. Missed cut. Like Victor Hovland missed cut. Bryson DeChambeau, every time he misses a lob wedge or a sand wedge, an angel gets its wings. It is just incredible to watch. The guy should really just try normal sized wedges because he's now got a 7-degree driver that he hits a bazillion yards and actually hit it pretty well this week. But man, his ejectometer is insane. But I mean, Shane Lowry, Patrick Cantlay, Cam Smith, Siwoo Kim, who a lot of people like this week, Seb Straka, who we mentioned last week, JJ Spawn, who he put together a fun number, I think, if I remember. Was there like an 8 or a 9 on the card for him?
There was something big in there for him.
Or maybe it was round 2.
Because he settled in round 2. He really blew up in round 1. Yeah, 77 in round 1. Is round 1. Where's that big?
No, it doesn't.
He made a double on 18.
But just some big name. Brooks Koepka, miscut, never really in it.
He's kind of hurt.
He's definitely hurt, but he wasn't playing hurt. Wasn't he like 2 under in the beginning of the tournament? Like,
there was a point where he was doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guys that like got off to okay starts, then just disappeared. Bryson DeChambeau, Saturday, strokes gained approach, -271.
That
while
does
gaining
not work.
1.85 off the tee.
Doesn't work.
Like, that's from good position. If you're gaining almost 2 shots off the tee.
Yeah. Completely different.
Get some fucking wedges that aren't the length of 6 irons.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else.
Help you, Bryson.
There's nothing else. There's no other theory I can come to is that you just can't be successful doing this. And we've said this before and we'll say it again, but like 2 things that he did. He's like, I'm going to hit the ball farther. I am just going to piss pound the ball. And that was a good idea because everybody else on tour was like, well, we're doing it too.
Yep.
Every single person does some sort of speed training now. And then he's like, I'm going to use all 1-length clubs. Nobody else has even tried it.
No. And they're not going to, for what it's worth. We have people with different grips. We have people with hybrids instead of long irons and multiple
7 woods and 9 woods and
driving mini drivers and driving irons and
Matt Fitzpatrick chips left hand low.
Yep, that's right. And Brooks was practicing left hand low during the delay on Thursday morning, was it, right? And I get it. He's going to be the smartest guy in the room in his mind, right? Like nobody's going to be able to talk him out of it. He's a major champion, multi-time major champion. You're not going to get to, he's not going to change. But it is wild at this point. It's actually funny to listen to him talk after rounds about like where it's gone wrong. And like, it's never him or the golf swing. It's always like the science behind what he's doing. Like we didn't squirt enough water on the balls in testing yesterday prior to this round to get the proper spin rates of compression when we hit a wet ball. Like it can't just be like, hey buddy, you couldn't hit the green from 120 yards.
Yeah. And you're a streaky putter at best.
Yes. And he's tried to experiment with that. With all sorts of wild side saddles and
yeah, and he measures out every putt and it's a percentage of how far back he takes it and
yeah. Just he's the smartest guy in the room. In his mind.
What's the Dunning-Kruger effect? Like not realizing that you're actually not that smart. Like, right. Dude, you can't outsmart it.
No.
Like there's some pretty basic things in golf. Like the path of your club at the speed you swing it with the angle of face and the angle of attack call comes together to determine how far you hit it, how straight it goes, and it's pretty like it's physics. It is, but like it's not. There's no cheat code.
No,
and it feels like he's out there. He's out there searching for the cheat code. We always make the joke. We need the ball that whenever he's ready to get the ball that flies straighter, like we're in.
Like instead of hitting the ball the correct distance more times with the balls that you have, let's focus on getting one that flies longer and straighter. Right? Like I'm with you. I'll get in line and buy a dozen and give these things a shot when we get them because I'm all for trying a new trick. But like, how about in the meantime until that golf ball comes, we get some wedges that we can hit the right number when we need to hit them the right number. Like everybody else on tour can hit it 110 yards when they need to hit it 110 yards. Like quite easily. Like wedge distances are not an issue for the majority of the tour.
Yeah, it's not something that most guys struggle with by any stretch of the imagination.
Except for Bryson.
Except for the guy who's got a 6 iron.
Best positions possible.
Yeah. Anything else, Jeff? I think we've covered most of it here.
No, I don't really have. I thought it was fine weekend. I was a little intrigued, and I'd love to get your opinion on Kevin Kisner's discussion about equipment and golf ball changes, and saying that we should be prioritizing putting a maximum amount or putting a minimum amount that the ball has to spin into this, and basically penalizing guys like Bryson who want to try to get a golf ball that doesn't spin but sits and is soft around the green from a feel perspective. That to me feels like something we haven't really discussed. Not we, but the golf community as a whole. Mm-hmm. That makes a ton of sense in my mind. Like, hey, like if you can take this ball that won't spin less than this amount when hit whatever the testing numbers are, and if you can't hit that thing straight, you're going to spin the crap out of it left to right or right to left, and you're going to be in some real sticky situations. That to me feels like a better change than actually we're all just going to hit the ball less far.
Yeah. No, I like that. And I think kind of my response to that is, I mean, just watch any guy hit on tour. Watch the way they swing at it, especially with driver. They go the fuck after it. Mm-hmm. All of them now. Like, it's not like, hey, we're going to groove one. And I remember there was this, there was like a video of showing Phil Mickelson's like golf swing through the years. And you saw it like up until like 2008. It was like, and he was all over the place, but it was like the swing was smooth. It was like smooth. And then definitely like post 2010, but like, especially around like 15, 16, 17, 18, you can start seeing like, especially with driver, like he's just taking lashes at it. And that's what they all do now. And like you said, if the ball's going to spin and hey, I'm going to catch one a little inside and it's still going to go straight, like who cares? But like, hey, if you catch one a little inside and it's going to spin off the face of the earth right, okay, that's a problem now. Now I can't try and hit it 340. And if I do want to try it, like there might be some penalties to it. So I think yes to that. And also like driver technology somehow gets left out of this discussion every time. Like as much as the ball has progressed, like think back to like when you first started playing golf. Like I first started playing golf with a Titleist 975 or whatever.
Probably the size of a modern 3-wood.
Yeah, damn near. Like, you had to square that fucker up to get it to go somewhere. And, hey, when you did, it still went somewhere. But, like, I never squared it up.
It's always going to. Like, there's always... Like, I try to explain this to people all the time. It's why a lot of golf tournaments are won at really low scores. Because for 4 days, someone is going to hit it really long and really straight. And if they make the putts, they can dust the field. The difference is there is such a large amount of those people who have the ability to do that now. And you even see it on like the amateur level, like in some of the stuff I'm playing in. Every single young kid coming up is just hitting it a mile. Like, played with a kid from Canada the other day in an event. Just pures it. Like 5 yards behind me. And he's 20 years old and just, I'm going to get it out there as far as I can and figure out the rest when I get it out there. So like everybody's trying to do that. Like it's starting at the youth ages, and it's made it all the way up, obviously, to the PGA Tour and down to the youth ages in turn. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting though, because like you said, drivers, we haven't heard a ton about spin rates. We hear a lot about
I like
finding a ball that goes less distance. Let's find the ball that's harder to hit straight. I don't want that personally. Let's just keep it the same.
And I didn't get to this. Straight. This is the other thing. The pros have to play different equipment. Like if we're going to start making massive changes, it's got to just be the pros play different equipment.
What if it went the other way? What if the pros could only play equipment that we could buy?
I mean, shit, you can buy pretty much anything now, though.
I guess you can custom spec almost anything the way that they want, but
I go to Club Champion.
Oh, this guy's testing this driver. It's not going to be out for 2 more years.
Yeah.
Like, what if you just couldn't do that?
Yeah, I mean, then there'd be 10 on the shelf somewhere in some random golf course, and you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, all right, Jeff. Anything else? I'm all out.
No, all out. It's hard to believe that we talked a couple months ago how many signature events and majors there were so early, and here we are. 1 signature event this week and 1 major for the entire rest of the
I was going to say Travelers is the last Siggy, right?
Last Siggy, and then a bunch of Tier B events or whatever we're calling these. And it's hard to believe that we have 2 left on June 21st.
Yeah.
Before we get to whatever we want to consider the playoffs.
Which is just dumb.
It's gone quick.
Yeah, it's Travelers, John Deere, and then it's Scottish. Scottish is the same week as the ICECO. Then the Corrales is the same week as the Open. Then 3M, Rocket, Wyndham. That just wonderful stretch of golf.
Beautiful stretch of golf.
Your only hope through there is that there's somebody that needs to find their way into like the top 100 to make the playoffs, or that is just a brutal stretch of golf.
Brutal stretch. And we've got Rory skipping this week, I believe, right? This is the 3rd Siggy he's skipped this year.
He's just like, I'm not doing
this.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, Jeff, I appreciate you, buddy. We'll talk again in about a month, I would assume, for the British.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Take her easy, man.
See you, bud.
Time for some passing thoughts. All right. Gonna do a quicker passing thoughts here tonight. It might not be that quick in the long run. Let's just start with the Cleveland Guardians. It was not a good week. Not a good week. 2-4. Lose both series, lose to the Brewers, drop a 2-1 tight one, get kind of beat up 9-4. And then in a game I attended, just an absolutely beautiful day at the ballpark. Just you couldn't have got a nicer day. It was like 72, sunny, no humidity, had great seats out in the outfield. First time I've ever sat in the outfield. Sat back up underneath the overhang, so even it had been a little hotter, was blocked from the sun. Had the beer place right behind me. There was a bathroom right there. It was perfect, man. Like, I love going to a ball game. Going to a ball game is just chef's kiss. Just chef's kiss. I mean, it was an all-timer. 3 solo home runs. Bazzana, Fry, and Manzardo hit home runs. The Manzardo one came right up over our head. Fun day at the ballpark. I mean, I had, I was driving, so I had a beer. And I had 2 hot dogs. I had a regular hot dog, and then I had this crazy hot dog with like tater tots, cream cheese. Cream cheese on a hot dog is a weird thing. And then you do it and you're like, man, this works. It shouldn't work, but it does. But this thing had tater tots, cream cheese, scallions, bacon, and then like regular cheese. Like, oh, it was so good. I forget what the potato dog, I think they called it. It was all timer. And then I capped it off with a little custard for the 8th inning, a little ice cream. Just what a day. what a day at the ballpark. You couldn't ask for much better. Your team wins. Just a fantastic day. Didn't go much better, though, for the Guards against the Astros. Again, get beat up in the first game. They beat them up in the Saturday game. Travis Bazzana had a great game. Bazzana really coming into his own. Manzardo having a little bit better stretch here. I mean, Bazzana and Manzardo have got to be the guys that have the bats and have them going. And then they lose another 2-1 tight one against the Stros on Sunday. So it leads us to a matchup I wouldn't have thought I was saying at the beginning of the year, but a matchup with the White Sox down in Chicago with the division lead on the line. Cleveland currently 1 up in the division, and they got a tough one apparently here with the Sox, the White Sox, not different Sox here, but I like saying Sox that way. So, 3 games set in Chicago starting tonight, Monday. So those of you listening will know the results by the time the pod releases on Tuesday. But critical one. And then they come back home after a little road trip to host the Seattle Mariners to end the week off on Thursday this week. So, interesting set for the Guards. I meant to do this last week, so I'm going to remember to do it this week. I wanted to play the geosports game on the pod, and let me see if I can make this bigger. I think I can. Maybe not. I don't know. Does this make it bigger? Yeah, it makes it a little bigger. All right, let's do it. For those of you who haven't seen the geosports question, a little trivia question, and you have to place to place on the map. I've never done it on my computer. Hopefully I don't set it up. Klay Thompson set this university single. I have no idea where Klay Thompson went to college. Oh, man. This is, Klay Thompson? Klay Thompson. Where did Klay Thompson go to college? Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, no. I got nothing here. Feels like a West Coaster. Let's go with like a Stanford area. Well, Stanford somewhere up in here, right? Let's go there. Okay, I wasn't super far off with the West Coast. 81, not good. You're looking for 90s. You want this little thing down here to turn green. So you went to Washington State. We're going to have to move on to the next question and hope we do better. Pro Bowler Jay Cutler was born in this town that shares its name with a Christmas icon. Christmas icon? He went to Vandy. Christmas icon. Jay Cutler, Christmas icon. Jay Cutler. Christmas icon. Christmas icon. Kris Kringle. Kris Kringle. Rudolph. Dancer. Prancer. Saint Nick. Georgia? I'm going to go with like North Georgia. I got a green there. Santa Claus, Indiana. I didn't know there was a place called Santa Claus, Indiana. Okay, not off to the hottest start. After 15 seasons in New York and 1 in Seattle, Patrick Ewing finished. Wasn't that Orlando? Didn't he end up in Orlando to end his career? I think it was Orlando. That's right about there, right? Bang, bang. We needed that. 100 dart. Absolute dart is telling me you get double points in question 3 and then triple points in question 4 and 5. Hideo Nomo, whose MLB arrival in 1995 sparked Nomomanias from this city. Well, it's Japan. So let's get ourselves over to Japan, shall we? I mean, Japan's not a crazy big thing on the globe, so let's just go here. All right, not terrible. 90 points times 3, 270. We're up to 670. I'm gonna need a good score here on the 5th question, the tough question. Before managing the United States men's national team, Mauricio Poncetto was born here and appeared in over 20 matches for this country. Oh God, Mauricio? That sounds Italian, doesn't it? Sounds Italian. We're going to go with Italy. Somewhere in Italy. Let's go somewhere in Italy. Somewhere in Italy. Let's go right there. Not even close. It was Argentina. That's a 35. That's not a good score. 744. 744 on the day. Not my best. Not my best. Not my best. All right. Spoiler alert. I'm talking House of the Dragon here. House of the Dragon has returned. I am going to talk about the show. There will be spoilers here. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it and want to, end the pod. This is the last thing I'm talking about. End the pod. Move on. See you next week. Thank you to everybody. We'll be back next week, et cetera, et cetera. Link in the show notes below. Thank you, Kevin. Check out MJ, merch shop. You got it. All right. House of the Dragon. Starting with a bang. Like, we just start off and there's battles going on. Like, Daemon's fighting somebody. I did struggle to understand who he was fighting. That was a little tough for me. They kind of then get to it and they're like, okay, it was one of the Lannisters. There's the Lannister twin brothers. One's on the land, one's in the sea. So we get there, they kill him. And I was like, oh, I know we were promised a big battle. Like, we're not going to like just skip over it right here and like be like, oh, there was your battle. And it's like just the very end of it. We got to it. And, but I love that they like just got us into it. A lot of people pissed, like, and after watching this episode, I don't know why this couldn't have been the season finale last year. Like, if we're just jumping right into it, there's no more like explaining. There's no more setup. Like, why didn't we just end the season last year with this? Anyway, that's what we got. Then we move on and, we find out that is Alicent, the Green Queen. Her plan of, we're going to make a deal. Aemon's going to be gone. We're going to give up the king. All that stuff gets foiled because the king split town. And now Aemon's still there. He's supposed to have left. This was going to be like our easy way out of all this. And now Rhaenyra wants to accept that plan. And we're not doing that. We can't do that with him there. So she's like doing everything she can to try and get Aemon to leave. The sealer apparently is just a little incest. It wouldn't be Game of Thrones without a little incest. Mother-son was not what I had on the list. I know some of you sick freaks out there probably would have enjoyed that. But anyway, a little kiss. It didn't go further because I was sitting there. I was like, we're not doing this, are we? Like, even for Game of Thrones, this is too much. But, we got by. We had, the other green, I believe his name was Ormond Hightower. He doesn't like the smell of these shitty people out in the world. He's carrying around a little smelling salts for himself to get it going. But I did love the pacing of this episode. Like, things just kept happening. And then, we've got one of the daughters of Daemon, the two daughters that were, supposed to marry. They're step siblings. One of them finds, I believe the dragon's name is Sheep Stealer, out in the world and finally gets it, the peace offering of throwing her a sheep. And so, she finds that. And then we've got the big battle coming. Aemon reveals to us that we're going to really pinch these guys. We've got a trap set up. We've got the Hightowers coming to hit them on the land. The Triarchy are back, and we're going to hit them on the sea. And hit the blockade and break the blockade. So here we go. We're ready to go. And we get a great battle. The battle of the gullet, I believe it's called. Really fun sequencing. Jace decides that he's not going to allow Rhaenyra to head out and take her dragon. So he takes his dragon, and then the other girl that was Daemon's daughter from the first marriage, Baela and Baenar or something, one of those two. The names, man, the names are hard to keep up with. Anyway, he gets her. They go out there. They show up. They start fucking shit up. Corlys is making a little side play to pull the pirate leader away. We get a dragon getting smoked with a big dart that's attached to an anchor that's pulling them down to the sea. The other dragon saving it. And then, in just a really fun sequence where they're going through the Narrows, and of course is like, you got to do exactly what I say. And then the guy's not doing. He's like, I got you. I'm doing this. I'm running it. I'm running the show. Here we go. And so that was fun. Really fun. And then, the kind of climax is that the one girl with the wild dragon comes and that thing's just going rogue. It's just lighting everybody up. It's just lighting everybody up it can. Good guys, bad guys, black screens, whatever it may be. It's attacking the other dragons. Like, this thing's just going nuts. Just going nuts. We're after it. And then whack, another bolt hits Jace's dragon, and down it goes. Can't be saved this time. I didn't love it. It's a little soft, and it's on the way down, and he unhooks himself, and you're like, okay, he might survive, and he's going to get back on a ship, and then wham, arrow, wham, arrow. One more for the kill. And now we got another dead son of Rhaenyra. She's just losing them left and right. She can't keep these things alive. All in all, really, really fun opening episode. I enjoyed it. I loved the pacing of it. I know we're probably going to slow back down in coming episodes. Oh, the men of the North have arrived. The Stark people have showed up. We get, oh God, what's his name? He played Chubbs in Sons of Anarchy. I'll think of it here. I'm looking it up. Tommy Flanagan. He's been in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in Gladiator, Braveheart. Like, good actor in a lot of different stuff. What's his name? Roderick Dustin. He's here to die for the Dragon Queen. Good moment. So, all in all, I enjoyed it. I got higher hopes for the season after season 2 was a little bit of a letdown. So, looking forward to more of it. So, all right, let's go close this thing up. Closing time, everybody. Again, just thank you to everybody. Appreciate the watches. Appreciate the listens. Thank you. Thank you to producer Kevy for helping get us started down the video path. Don't forget to check out MJ. You can find the stuff in the merch shop. You can find the Full Range Pod over on Spotify and Apple, as well as on the Ole Walls House YouTube channel. We are back next week. We got golf. We got baseball. We got more HOTD. Should be fun. Till then, peace.